Hey everyone, and welcome back to a Lego review. And before we start anything, I just want to say sorry that I haven't uploaded a review in a few weeks. There's been just so much going on and a lot of news. I've been on point with the news, Lego news. I've done videos on all the new Harry Potter sets and stuff. But anyway, today I wanted to do a review, so I went out and brought the Lego Marvel Superheroes Avengers Infinity War 76102 Thor's Weapon Quest set. Now this was released a few weeks ago in March of 2018, and I went out and bought this. It was around £20, and I was deciding on this between this and the Hulkbuster Smash set, I think it's called, and this was the one I chose. It comes with 3 minifigures, being the new Thor, Teenage Groot and Rocket, and it does include an Infinity Stone and Thor's new hammer. So we will start with the new pod, or whatever it's called. So yeah, let's move on to that. Okay, so here we are, of course, starting off with the escape pod, I'm going to call it. And so if the lighting keeps changes in the room I'm in, where I filmed, the lights going crazy. But this is the back, basically the back of the new Milano Guardians of the Galaxy set for the Avengers Infinity War. And first I'll just show you these pegs. They attach onto the back. I do not have the Milano to show you, unfortunately. It's called the Thanos Ultimate Battle, I think. And yeah, it's a really simple build. This takes up most of the set, obviously. It's a really funny shape as well. Like, if you look at it from the front, it's got this thing sticking out the back. I'm not sure, but first thing I really like about this set is that you can see all the way through. Like, there's a window here and then another window here, and that also helps getting the minifigs inside, which I'll show you in a minute. But there are a few stickers on this set. These two on the top took me ages to do, to get them lined up properly. The ones on the side were okay, and there are 2 more stickers on the other build, which we'll take a look at later. Where should we start? First I'll show you these stud shooters, and hopefully I won't get the stud lost. But yeah, I'll put my hand in front, and they are just on the top there, and you all know how stud shooters work. Okay, so anyway, you all know how stud shooters work. We'll pretend that never happened. But this time, the roof will not come off, and you just push on it and it will fire. I did not lose it. Great. So yeah, they are purple and they are just on top of there. Has these 2 flaps on the front, which instructions tell you to angle up like this, but you can put them into any position. There are also 2 flaps on the bottom. They are good. There's some detailing here with the stickers and stuff. Here they look at the underside. It has some purple slider pieces. And yeah, it has some silver ingot pieces up here, which are nice to get. And here's a better look at the back. It has 4 thrusters, I think, in purple. And then it has this big long roof bit sticking out. So I will show you the interior now, and the way you get in there is quite simple, because the first thing you can do is, obviously, like most sets, you can remove the roof. It's a nice build. Then you can open this front one. This is a big bubble canopy ratchet piece, and then you have to push this one from the inside, and this is one of those ones. And you can fit all 3 minifigures inside here, surprisingly. So the first one we're going to put inside is Rocket. Trying to show you this. He can fit in there. He stands because of his short legs. So yeah. Next you can take your Thor minifigure, and I'll show you this from above. How well you can see that, I don't know. But he goes in like that. And then finally we have Teenage Groot, which, hopefully you can see this. He has, I'm not sure. He has some like slider pieces that he just sits on, so he's not attached by any studs. Then you can close the back and ratchet up the front. And then you have all 3 minifigures inside, which is good because you can see Rocket through the front. Then you can see Groot in the back. So yeah, they all fit in there really nicely. It looks really cool. Unfortunately, you can't store. There's nowhere to store their weapons. You can just like throw them in there if you want, but that's not like the best thing to do. And yeah, that is all there is really to the pod. It's a really nice little build. This is my third favourite set out of all the Infinity War sets. And yeah, so we can get them out really easily again by Groot. You can just like push out because he's not in any studs. He comes out really easily. Then you just kind of pop them out like that. You can kind of make them fly out. Close them back up, and then we will put the roof back on. The roof is just connected by 4 studs. And yeah, that is the main pod build, which obviously is the main build in the set. But next we'll move on to what the title of the set basically edges towards, Thor's Weapon Quest. So let's go. Okay, sorry if the lighting has changed again, the sun is being crazy. But here we have where Thor gets his new weapon from, and this is like a forging place, I'm not quite sure. But there's this knob on the back that lets you spin this, and I'm guessing Thor creates lightning to start this. And this is where you saw the first Infinity Stone, but I'll show you that later once I've showed you the main action feature. It's a nice little build, nothing too special. And then the main feature in this is you push on the back and out slides a drawer, and inside there you can see it's a big door piece with a trans-through blue piece. And here we have Thor's new hammer. Now my weird guess is that Groot creates part of this with the stick thing, but this is to replace Mjolnir. I think that's how you pronounce it, because of course it got destroyed in Ragnarok. And it looks really nice in his hand. It's not too big for saying it's brick built. It's not very big. It looks nice in his hand. It's a hammer slash axe, I think. It's got an axe on the front and a hammer on the back. Yeah, it's a really nice new weapon. So that is a storm axe, I think. But anyway, you can see we have some lightning pieces on the front. Here's the underside. You have those 2 stickers there. And there you can see the Power Stone piece. Now, it does come with spares, and I'll show you where they are stored. They are stored in this nice little ring piece. And I don't know about anyone else, but getting the Infinity Stone out of this piece is a pain in the buttocks, because they are really tightly attached and you're trying not to break them, because these stones are really small. They will focus. Yeah. Because if I take it out the thing, you can see the pin on the underside. If I can pick it back up, is, come on, it's really small. And that literally fits in that tiny hole there. And yeah, it looks really nice. This is, if you get the Thanos Ultimate Battle set, you can put this in the Infinity Gauntlet, and there's an Infinity Stone in every set. So yeah, that's the first Infinity Stone that I have collected. There are still 5 more left. And yeah, that is the Weapon Forge build, I think. You can see, here's the back. You can see where you spin that to make the front spin. And yeah, that's the second build, and all we've got left are the 3 minifigures, so let's get on with them. Okay, so the first minifigure we're going to have a look at is the new Thor after Ragnarok, and this minifigure is my least favourite out of the set just because of the lack of detail. He's got no leg printing. None of the minifigures in the set have leg printing at all. You can see he's got the energy blast, and these are not power blasts. I think a lot of people have mistaken them for power blasts, but they're not. They just have a clip on the underside. And we'll get to more on what you can do with them later. But here you can see he has metallic blue chest things. Lots of nice detail there. He finally has the new hairpiece for the Thor figure. There's the back printing. He has the skin coloured arms and some gloves. And the first thing I want to point out, thanks to X9 Lego, I wouldn't have known this without watching his video, that he's missing his eye patch on his right eye. And yeah, before I said that, I should probably said spoiler alert. But anyway, Hela obviously cuts out his eye in Ragnarok. And he has no eye patch on either faces because he is double-sided. And yeah, that's a big mistake. Maybe they were trying to avoid spoilers, but I don't know, it's a big mistake. He has that hair. Nice face. And then here is his alternative face, the lightning strike face. More of an angry face. And one thing you can do with this figure is take these two pieces right here and you put them on his hand. I'm doing this off screen right now. Like this. And the reason for that is because this set comes with a bunch of Power Blast pieces. Like this, like loads. And you can switch between them and put them in there to make it look like he's shooting his lightning. That is the wrong way around. Wow. Like that. Then we have a circular one. So like the blast is starting. And it comes with 3 different types. There's the smaller one, the bigger one, and the round one. And they look cool. And of course you have the other ones that you just put in his hand. So yeah, he looks nice with those on. But yeah, that is the Thor minifigure. And of course he has Stormbreaker, I think it's called, to hold. So yeah, that is Thor. And the next minifigure we're gonna... Oh my gosh, Thor, stand up. Let's remove your new hammer. Next minifigure we'll have a look at is Teenage Groot. Okay, so here we of course have the new Teenage Groot minifigure. And this minifigure is my favourite out of the set because it's Groot. He has the brown piece just to show that he can grow. So we don't need to have a look at that. And this minifigure again does not have leg printing. You can't see that very well. There we go. It has some really nice torso printing with the muscles. And the one thing I really want to take a look at is this head mould. Because it is really good. It's got a cartoony kind of look to it. It's a really nice mould. It's not like a minifigure head with a mask on. It's like a full-on new Groot mould. I think it's going to be really good and suit how he's going to look in the movie. Oh, come on, focus for me. He's got a stern look. You can't see it very well on my camera, but because of the lighting. There we go. Then that's the back printing. He looks really nice, and the head mould is really good. He's brown all the way through. There's no like additional thing, and of course he comes with his growing piece, which he holds on to like that. I mean, my favourite minifigure. I'm not going to spend very long on him because there's not much to look at. But yeah, the head mould's really good, and a little focus on him. There we go. The head mould's really nice, and so to say, this is my first Groot minifigure and it's a really good one. So, last minifigure we obviously have to take a look at is Rocket Raccoon. So, okay, so Rocket Raccoon is the last minifigure we have to look at. And I think this is exactly the same as the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 sets. He has his gun, which is just simple. He has the mini legs that don't move. And then he has his tail, then the torso, and his head is all one big piece. So a really nice mould. He's smiling, which I don't think suits Rocket very well. I think he needs a stern look. And yeah, that's his head. I'm going to split him into his 3 parts, because he has a rubbery tail piece. And then his torso is covered up quite a lot, but it's got really nice detailing on it. Some metallic. And then like the straps he wears, the blue. He has his grey arms. And yeah, I've got to put him quickly back together now. Where's his tail gone? Tail. Oh, there we go. Quickly. And yeah, this is my second favourite minifigure out of the set. Behind Groot, obviously. And he has a really nice face print mould. The gun's okay. But yeah, that is Rocket Raccoon, the final minifigure in this set. So now we'll move on to the box and my final thought. Surprisingly, the box actually always almost fits in my frame, but the box is the standard Lego box. There's nothing too special about it. You can see Thor's Weapon Quest 76102, and if I didn't mention, it has 223 pieces, which in England we don't get to see. Sorry if you can hear that background noise, my mic's turned itself off. You can see it has the builds, the minifigures, then Rocket in there. Lego Avengers Infinity War with Thanos. On the back we have showing all the action features. And again the Lego version of Thanos. And then all the back. So that is the box, and the set is actually a really nice set. It's better than I thought it would be. Now this is going to be the pain of putting all the minifigures in the frame while speaking. Thor, stand up. You don't want to stand up today with your new hammer. There we go. Yeah, it's £20. It's a really good set. It's worth the money with the ship, and of course it attaches to the back of the Milano. And yeah, it comes with all the Power Blast pieces, which I showed you with Thor. Here. And yeah, the Power Stone's nice to get. And this pod's just a really nice build in general. Ugh. So anyway, that was my final thoughts on the Lego Marvel Superheroes Avengers Infinity War Thor's Weapon Quest. So leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you all later. Bye.